Even if I have a cat. Yeah. Look at you, Sophie. You're making bread on your little bed. Yeah, she's doing a little thing. She's so cute. I think she's 12. Yeah. We got her in 2011? 2010? I think 2011, so that would make her 12. Right? Right, baby? So she's an old cat. She's considered an old cat. Cats live anywhere between 15 to 20 years. Absolutely. What? That's good stuff right there. What kind of meat is it? Yeah. Does that mean like, oh my gosh? Or something? Hmm. Oh, that's right. I forgot the creator of Moomin was either a lesbian or bi. I'm not entirely certain. But you know, back in the day, you couldn't really do that. Well, especially from where she's from, which is the Netherlands, I think. Well, it was back then. I don't know about now. Hmm. It's really interesting actually because I watched a documentary about it, well, about her life, and it gets to the part where it talks about, you know, like her sexuality and how there were two characters in the Moomins who were supposed to represent her and the woman who she loved. But when they made it into the anime, they kind of had to change it to be a guy and a girl instead of a girl and a girl. Yeah, because of the times. Otherwise, they were very ambiguous to begin with, so people wouldn't catch on. You mean the gay boys? No. It was a right. Those gay boys are great. Gosh, no, it's these side characters, reoccurring side characters. It's a great show, very relaxing. If you're ever sad, oh yeah, if you're ever sad, just watch Moomin. It won't fix the problem, but it sure as shoot will make you feel good. Ooh. Yeah. Well, probably actually. Like her art style is very unique. It's great. It's great. Deny cookies. Yeah, I don't want to deny cookies. I don't want cookies. Get them out of my face. Yeah. Everyone's favorite gay dad, too. Sorry, I'm looking at Snufkin's dad, everyone's favorite character, the Jockster. Oh my god, he's so cool. And he's only in like 3 episodes, I think. That was enough. All it took. Okay. Let's see here. This is taking too long. I'm just gonna type in Moomin lesbians. It's just giving me the gay voice. I'm looking for the lesbians, please. Yep. It was great. I went out shopping yesterday. I was wearing my rainbow cat shirt, and one of the employees looked at me and said, "Oh, by the way, a portion of our proceeds all this month goes to the Trevor Project." And I was like, "That's so cool." Yeah. Oh, French, I have too many tabs open. Oh, God. Alright.
Did you guys see that?
Wait, what?
Did you guys see that? I'm gonna do it again.
Do it again. Oh.
Look at that transition.
That is peak. That is peak.
Oh my god. Yeah, Sen surprised me this morning and she's like, "Babi, do you have a stinger?" And I'm like, "Huh?" And then she threw this at me and we were trying to figure it out all morning. It's amazing.
No, wait, no. You could hear me talking about lesbians this whole time. Oh no.
Whoops. I mean, we were talking about lesbians. It happens, okay, guys? Please.
They do exist. They are real.
Lesbians are real. Oh, that's weird. Why isn't it picking up Discord? Oh yeah, here, I can hear you. Good. Can you guys hear the game?
I got it muted, so I just...
Oh, you guys couldn't hear the game the whole time. Y'alls were just hearing about lesbians. My bad. There we go. Alright, sorry guys. Now we can? Okay, good. Is it too loud or? Volume down a little. Just a little bit. Is it too low? Any hearers in the chat? Any ears?
We got any ear fetish people out there?
Oh god, no. A little bit louder? Okay. Bump it down to this. There we go. I hope. But welcome everybody. PJ Gamer was taken. Welcome back. I see you've been taken, but now you're back. Tentacles are people. Welcome Nexu.
Nexu!
As you can see,
I drew an artillery earlier today, and it reminded me of Nexu.
Oh, I was watching you draw that. It was so cute. It's iconic.
Iconic. I love Octillery's beta designs so gosh dang much. I understand why they didn't do it, but we were that close to actually having who's your favorite Pokemon gun.
Cute. Isn't it weird that like its prior evolution is like a fish?
But yeah, that's what the beta sprites cleared up is why it was. That Remoraid is a revolver, and Octillery is a tank.
Oh my god.
So cool looking.
We could have had a cool thingy.
Yep.
My gosh. Nintendo's messing up. Sorry,
they keep messing up. You keep seeing the comparisons between Tears of the Kingdom and Scarlet and Violet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, people are mad.
I don't even want to think about Scarlet and Violet. I'm just glad I never spent any money on it.
Good. I'm a simp, so I gotta.
Why? Why?
Why? It's in my blood. I'll die if I don't get it.
Treat yourself better.
Just play Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire again.
Oh, that's true. It's like a good palate cleanser.
It's so good.
Alright, luckily, our save file is still here.
Hell yeah!
For those of you guys who don't know who we are, I'm Babi Whiskey, #1 mercenary of the Beastlands. And this is my...
So you go.
I don't remember what to call you, like my master? Like my...
No.
My puppet, my puzzle master? My puzzle daddy? I don't know.
Your hint coins.
There we go, my hint coins.
I'm Zwaa, Shape-Shifter Extraordinaire, and I'm the supplemental hint coin so that we can 100% this game.
Finally. 100%.
So I got some good news and some bad news.
What's the good news?
The good news is I found the lesbians. The bad news is it doesn't tell me what their names are.
Dang. The nameless lesbians.
Yeah.
My goodness. Oh, then that means they couldn't hear me talking. They just heard you talking.
They just heard me talking about lesbians.
We were just talking about lesbians the whole time.
Oh, no.
I'll trim the VOD, it's fine. It's okay.
Oh my god.
I'm blushing.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, guys. Unless you guys enjoyed the interesting conversation, then you're welcome.
Oh my god, okay.
Okay. I'm so glad. Hell no, keep the lesbian talk. Shut up, Harlow. After witnesses a late oh my god, Ramon, not the lesbians, abduction before their very eyes. Luke and Professor Layton are shocked to see him return to Rainhold Manor on his own. Yeah, what happened to this guy?
Didn't he like come back to life or something? He's a zombie, right? But he's like a fresh zombie, so it doesn't look like one yet?
I mean, was he dead? But I just saw him like passed out in a bag.
That's true. We don't actually know if he was dead. His eyes were just closed.
Dang, Chelmy.
This guy's mustache. Hot dang. Can you imagine how long his upper lip is?
There's some people like that. That just means his teeth are really big or his gums are really long. And I don't want to think about either of them.
Maybe he's just, you know, like... See how, like, tiny his forehead is, though? Maybe his brain just, like, goes down instead of up?
If he opens his mouth and yawns, like, you can see his brain.
He had to learn a technique at a young age because kids kept, like, throwing peas in his mouth, giving him brain damage.
Oh my god. Poor guy. What's that thing called in the back of your throat? The uvula?
The uvula.
Uvula? Yeah, instead of that, it's his brain. He's just dangling there.
Someone punches him in the throat.
Fucking brain damage.
Oh, poor thing.
Oh my god. Matthew
Alright.
is this way. Are you Matthew? This
Where
is
were
like...
we going? Oh yeah, Matthew's at the mansion.
Okay, good.
Oh god, he's got a new puzzle for us.
Oh, he's simping over Lady Dahlia. Who might
She
be...
is real pretty.
Is she like a doppelganger, maybe?
Oh man. Maybe she's like, what are they called? Changelings. Yeah. Except an adult version, not a baby version.
Baby changelings? Oh, because they would kidnap babies and take their place as goblins.
And swap them. Yeah.
That's always such an interesting concept. Like, how do you get the baby back?
I'm guessing that this was a product of like people eating bad bread. And just like, because there's a medical condition where you can't recognize faces anymore, so every time you see someone they look like a stranger, and then you get super paranoid because you're like, they look like my mom, but it's not my mom. It's crazy.
Isn't there a movie like that where like
yeah
twin boys' mom goes through like facial reconstruction surgery because of an accident? And like the boys are like harassing the poor woman. It's like, damn, these kids kind of suck. But like the
kids
movie,
are mean.
Yeah, the movie's trying to like play it off as if the mom is the bad guy, so the kids are justified.
It's Jag. Hello.
Hey, yo, Jag, how's it going? You missed the lesbian talk, and now we're talking about not recognizing people's faces.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm cleaning
like
my glasses.
Extreme.
Yep. I can't see.
Neither can Matthew.
Me and Matthew, we're the same guy.
Oh my god.
Let's see if this guy could give us some clues on the apple. I forgot
Tell
about
me.
the apple.
Well, you're gonna break that apple in half for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. Once I get my hands on it, I'm splitting that apple.
That apple's splitting in half.
Damn. What's the point of being the master's best friend if he won't tell you nothing, Matthew?
Yeah, Matthew.
Damn, he's stuck at home? Is Ingrid the lady in the picture? There's like an old lady.
No, well, wait, yeah, Ingrid is the old lady in the picture.
I think this is the first time I've heard of her. Oh
Maybe.
man.
I think if you, like, step outside, she's, like, literally outside the house. Like, it's really coincidence.
What a coincidence.
Seeing the word servant just kind of throws me for a loop sometimes.
Wait a minute, hold on. Matthew, you weren't dating Ingrid? She probably left you.
Ooh, Matthew.
Oh my god. Caught red-handed, Matthew.
Matthew. Scandalous.
He's shaking. Aw,
Poor
I
baby.
feel kind of bad for him.
I bet the lady calls.
Okay, we're going to the general store. See, he still loves her.
Yeah.
Maybe they left on
the-
good terms.
Yeah, maybe. The general store is the one where we had all those candle puzzles. We were just there.
The empty one? With the bread?
Yeah. Yeah, with all the bread, but like nobody's in there. Ever.
I don't remember passing her, or... Luke, are
No,
you...
she wasn't there.
Oh, that's so cute! Oh my god! Oh, that's so cute! Look at her! Look at the baby! Oh, she's so cute. She's got bigger nose than him.
Yeah, she's like, please. That's why she got fired. She got fired because she stabbed the baby.
Stabbed the baby with her nose.
Oh my god.
Free pun. Yes, free pun.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll be there in no time.
Isn't it kind of weird though how like everyone in that picture kind of still looks the same?
How long ago was the picture? There's a whole
We
baby.
haven't seen the daughter yet, so I guess... No, wait, we've seen a painting of her.
Is this her?
Yeah, that's her. That's the old lady. Literally right where we were. She just...
Aw.
You step out and there she is.
She's so tiny that they had to move her PNG up.
Right?
She-
Oh, what's that thing that women get when they get older? That's gotta be what she has.
What's it called? Senile? Like when she's senile or something? Wait a
No,
minute.
no, it's a type of bone degradation that makes you shorter. So, like, you could be
Oh.
like 5'3" or something, and then by the time you're a grandma, you're like 4'7".
Yeah, I thought so. I wonder what that's called.
Yeah, I forget.
It's called small gremlinism. Thanks, Jug.
That way, when you have like an old character who's like super short, and then like you travel back in time and they're still super short, nah, man, heighten them up a little bit.
Just a little bit. She called you Mr. Layabout. It's kind of cute.
Mr. Layabout, my goodness. As a gentleman, I will not take offense.
Mm-mm. Oh, now she kind of looks familiar, I think.
I think she's given us like a Werther's original before or something.
Yeah.
She probably pinched your cheeks too.
I've never had my cheeks pinched. But my aunts and grandma always kiss my cheeks. Is that the same?
No, no. This is more painful.
Oof. Hey Tetra! Gonna be lurking, don't want to spoil myself? Aw, it's all good, Tetra. Thank you for lurking.
Tetro! Tetro reminds me of fish. But like those glow-in-the-dark fish you get at like PetSmart.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's because they're usually like a Tetra style fish. And Tetra and Tetro are kind of similar sounding.
Like a beta fish? I'm thinking about a different fish, my bad.
I mean, it's basically the same thing, except their tails are shorter. But they have the same like body plan.
She's gonna tell us all the deets, all the secrets. The high schoolers used to pinch my cheeks all the time when I was a kid. What?
What kind of high school did you go or walk by? Where all the high schoolers were old people.
They're like, how do you do, fellow kids? And they're all like undercover cops. So they like pinch your cheeks.
I had a vaguely similar experience, and by vaguely similar, I mean it involved high schoolers, and I was really little, and that's the only overlap. Happened to be on a job site with my mom because she's an architect for schools.
Uh-huh.
And we went there on the weekend, but the girls' soccer team was having a soccer game at the school at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And she was doing measurements and stuff outside, and I was watching the soccer game. And I guess it had just ended or something, because they were celebrating. Everyone was super happy. And I kind of wandered over to a group of girls, and they were all very excited to see me, even though I don't know who they are, and they don't know who I am. And they were all spray painting their hair, but like with, hair dye spray, not actual spray paint.
Oh, yeah.
And they asked me, do you want us to dye your hair? And I was like, hang on, I gotta ask my mom first. And I asked Mom. She's like, if you want to do that, sure. And I said no.
No! Why? You had every kid's opportunity, like every kid's dream to spray paint your hair. You said no.
I said no.
Bruh. Next to, I believe you do have pinchable cheeks, since you're a tentacle now. You got pinched 2 times because you said I was cute. We got a cute chat, that's why. Everybody in chat, Right now, you're all cute. Congratulations.
Kawaii AF.
Exactly. Everybody's got the pinchable cheeks. I'm never gonna let you live that down, Zwaa. How could you? You could have dyed your hair.
I could have done it. I was right there. I had greatness in the palm of my hand, and I said no.
It's like getting accepted to like a super awesome school, and like you just tell them no. You just go home.
Oh yeah, it's Harvard. No.
No thanks. I mean, Loki.
Hey, I heard you got accepted into Pixar. No.
No thanks.
No thanks.
I'd probably do that for Illumination. Like, oh yeah, you got into Illumination now. No thanks. I'm out of here. See ya.
See ya.
My god.
Did you hear, by the way? Illumination and Nintendo have been talking again.
No, please. No.
About The Legend of Zelda.
I have heard the rumors and I hope they are not true. But every time I hope that it's not true, it always comes true, but let's hope it's not true. No, Jag! No!
Whenever it comes across my dash, it's always like people imagining what the movie's gonna be like and what songs are gonna play and what words are gonna be said.
Bruh.
I love it so much.
Zac Efron is gonna be Link.
Oh my god, no wait, no, the other one. The other one. Oh god, what's his name?
Chris Pratt. we got a double, boys. We got a twofer.
Hang on, no, God, I'm blanking on his name. The guy who plays like the main character from the show Scrubs. Him.
Oh my god, I forgot.
I think his name is Zach too, but like that guy. Oh my god, he would play Link.
He's got the voice.
He's I don't know why. It's just my brain was like that guy.
That guy.
He's too silly for that. He's too silly to say, "Excuse me, princess."
He can do it. I think he could do it.
Oh yeah. Besides, Link is a dork.
Link
I mean,
is
okay,
serious?
it depends on the Link.
Yeah, honestly.
For instance, the current Link for the Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom, he is canonically a dork.
Yeah, this guy
He's like
loves food.
A dweeb.
Even in Wind Waker, he was kind of a silly little guy.
Oh yeah, he was a silly little guy. Yeah. But he was also a brother, which I think is like the only time? No, one of the few times he had a sibling.
Did he have a sibling before? I only remember his little sister from Wind Waker.
I think he's... No, wait. I think he had a sibling in a different game. But there's a lot of games.
Interesting.
The grave of the Baron's late wife is located in the Manor Garden. Good to know.
I'm sorry, I've been kind of reading it. Chat, if you guys want to be caught up, sorry. Okay, so basically we came to talk to this lady. She used to work for the manor. We're asking about the daughter and the Baron. The Baron used to be madly in love with his wife until she passed away, yeah. And then he super loved his daughter and took care of her and loved her. But then nobody knows where the daughter is now. And also there's like a doppelganger lady. And now the Baron is dead and nobody knows where the daughter is. So now we're gonna go investigate. It has to be.
It's always the wife, right?
It's always the wife.
You know, like she was probably just some lady who kind of looked like his wife, and he was like, "I got money," and he threw it at her and told her to get plastic surgery.
You think so?
And then she killed him in revenge, and now she has the money, except she doesn't have the money, and that's why Professor Layton's here.
And Professor Layton knows that she doesn't have the money, so he has no choice but to help, so we can at least get some money to get back home.
That's right, that's right. How else are you gonna get home to the Layton mobile if there's a bridge that's broken?
Exactly. Big brain
You know what they
swamp.
say? The simplest solution is often the correct one. Although they also say, by process of elimination, whatever's left, no matter how outlandish is the correct one too, but what if the most outlandish thing is time travel or aliens? You ever hear the JFK alien conspiracy?
No. What is that?
Basically, the reason that JFK was assassinated was because he was given information that proved the existence of aliens. And he had planned to tell the world that it was, that aliens existed. And he was killed because they knew the terrible ripple effects that would happen to religion if he did that.
So
he was silenced.
So the church silenced him.
Or something like that.
Oh my god. Oh my- wait. Never mind. Wait a minute. I'm like, sorry, it just caught me off guard. It's like, I've never heard of it, and I'm like, well, now the government told us that they're real, so it's like, huh.
Well, I mean, to not believe in aliens is a little silly, you know?
It's a little bit
The problem
silly.
is that when people Hollywood and media has sensationalized aliens to be this one thing, when alien really just means life off of Earth.
That could be like bacteria or something.
Oh yeah.
Little critters.
Just little critters. We could be the most intelligent race in the forever. And there are other things that, exist in our life but are maybe on the levels of amoebas.
Mm-hmm. Like me. No, just kidding.
I'm a paramecium.
What's a paramecium?
Single-celled organism.
So you're just like one cell?
Yeah, one cell.
Like an egg.
Yeah. I think they got little tails too. Ouroboros. Hey, Choco Boko.
How's it going, Choco? Talking about single cell organ. Oh my god, this is beautiful. What the heck?
Right? Why is it underground though? Like it's one thing if it's a grave, but like the grave is underground.
What is it called? A mausoleum?
Oh yeah, I think that's right.
Maybe to get like that light shining in effect?
Just to really just play on the drama, huh?
Mm-hmm. It's so freaking pretty, what the heck?
I mean, this guy really loved his wife and had a lot of money. Oh my god, you want to hear something depressing? Of course you don't.
Do it! Depress us!
There was this child who had one of those, I think it was like a muscle, it was either a muscle or nervous system based, condition that made it so that he couldn't walk or something. He was in a wheelchair basically, and it was a degrading thing, so like it kept getting worse and worse until eventually he passed away.
Aww.
And his father, to be like, oh, I want to make a grave site that like means something. And so he commissioned an artist to make a gravestone that looked like his son, standing up and like getting out of his chair and like reaching for the sky.
Oh no!
Yeah. It's really sweet.
So
My biggest
sweet.
fear is that someone's vandalized it, which is so not okay.
I don't even think, like, I can't wrap my head around, like, why people would vandalize gravestones in the first place. But then again, there's, like, terrible people that maybe should get their headstones vandalized. But then again, it's, like, a random person that you don't know. It's like, damn.
Well, it's like, what's his name from Coco?
What's his name? I forgot. I hate that. Like, have you guys seen Coco? I don't want to say nothing. He looks like.
But yeah, like at the end of the movie, where it was just like, oh yeah, his gravestone, all of his gravestones and memorial sites have been vandalized.
Mm-hmm. I mean, after what he did, holy shit.
Oh, got it. It's Dela Cruz.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Dela Cruz. Yeah, there you go. Dela Cruz. You know, it's funny and also kind of weird. And off topic. Well, my dad kind of looks like like Dela Cruz.
Hold on, hang on. I know you can't say much. Does that mean your dad is super hot?
I can't say much.
Yeah, you can't say much.
I'm sorry.
God dang.
Yeah, but my dad was a sweetheart. He had a heart of gold. 10 out of 10 dad.
Oh.
Kinda. No comment. Alright guys, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Rest in piss. Sunflowers. What are we doing here? Oh, I'm sorry. I remember. We're here for clues.
Flora liked to come here a lot. Wonderful.
Aww.
What's with this fetch quest stuff? Like you send me to Matthew, and then you send me to the shop, and then you send me back to Matthew, and then you send me back inside the house. Like not much movement on the map.
Wait, we're not gonna get to look around inside?
No, that's it.
I guess to be respectful, huh?
Probably.
Oh.
Honestly, it's kind of just there for flavor. Like, it doesn't actually do anything.
Darn. I thought we would get like a clue or something. What if the golden apple was the friends we made along the way?
It should be. We got Tiffany. We got Matthew.
Matthew's a homie.
Yeah. We got
The old
big
lady.
boob lady at the inn.
She's always flirting you with with Professor.
We got Yowie Hams. we got Crouton.
Oh yeah, Crouton's based.
Can you imagine being a part of a gang and they're introducing everyone and they're like, this is Yowie Fingers.
Isn't that how it used to be like in middle school? Like think about
Something
it.
like that.
Like you would just make cool nicknames for your friends.
Yeah. Mine was Mouse.
Mine was Bubbles.
Oh my god.
Don't have it.
I mean, I feel like it has something to do with the Powerpuff Girls.
No.
No? Oh my
No.
god, okay.
I had a bubbly personality, I guess.
Fun. What's really interesting is Mouse has actually pretty much like stayed with me like all through school and beyond.
Even now?
Oh yeah, I'll be like, oh yeah, back in the day it was Mouse. And they'd be like, oh yeah, I can see that, you're very mouse-like. And I'm like, thanks.
You're like, oh no, it's coming back.
It's coming back. Except for one person actually called me a hummingbird, and I was like, really? And they're like, yeah, you're kind of nervous all the time, you have her around. And I'm like, I mean, it's the same thing as a mouse, but okay.
Okay, if you had to choose though, would you rather be a little mouse or a little hummingbird?
I'd rather be a mouse.
It's a lot faster.
Oh yeah. Terrible eyesight though.
But you're a little guy.
Yeah, just a little guy. I eat the cheese.
Time to read
I
a
remember
diary.
in high school, I wrote a fake tag on the art room table,
Mhm.
and then someone else made an even nicer version on the art room table.
Oh man.
Oh man.
What is it?
Oh man, you should read these. These are important.
But what is it?
Oh, you know, IT.
Oh.
Internet. Internet?
Pro doesn't like the thing at all? What? The thing!
Oh
it's
god,
the
it's the thing. We playing the pronouns game now.
My goodness. Oh, she runs away from it! That's kind of scary.
Hey, you know, we're building a thing.
Yeah, the thing.
Yeah.
You know, the thing for when people say, "Oh, so here's the thing," and then you open up your hands, and the thing is right there.
Feth. Wait a minute.
Beth?
Your nickname was Feth? That's interesting. I mean, it's cute. It's small. It's catchy.
Catchy. Beth?
Feth.
Aww. Whatever the thing is. Oh, I'm gonna cry. This is so sweet. Homestuck? Somebody ban this guy. No, I'm just kidding.
Mr. Electric, kill him!
Send him to the principal's office and expel him. I'm just kidding. I tried getting into Homestuck a bit. Like I read like the first part, and then I just never finished. There's too many memes.
I tried getting into Homestuck like 3 separate times, and I could not even get past the first chapter. Like, I could not. It didn't make any sense to me. I wasn't vibing at all with it.
Maybe it's like a... What do you call it? Like a... I'm not gonna call it a cult classic. It's like...
No, I'd say it's a cultural phenomenon.
There you go. You either started with it or you didn't.
Yeah. Jag, I'm not surprised. Every fandom's bound to be like that eventually.
Whoa.
You know what's really crazy right now, though?
Mm-mm.
So everybody's, like, going insane over Bluey, right?
Yeah.
And the entire time I'm watching people, like, making commentary on it and, like, oh, this is a show for kids, people in college and older shouldn't be watching it, all that stuff. I'm just like, this is just My Little Pony again?
Bro, you're right. It's just My Little Pony again. It's
just My Little Pony again.
It's like... Kids get all this well-written stuff.
Thank God.
Yeah, good riddance. We got good stuff for the kids. But
yeah.
like... Why can't we consume the media?
Yeah, if it's good, why can't I assume it? Consume it.
Consume it.
Why can't I just assume, man?
Oh no, he's dying in the book now. I'm gonna cry.
Oh, it's okay. He's just dying in the book. He's still alive in real life.
Oh, okay. Good, good.
Oh, wait, no, he died in real life.
He's already dead!
No!
Also,
spoilers.
Bruno?
Oh wait, we don't talk about Bruno, right? Right?
That's the joke? God,
That's
no.
the joke I was supposed to make.
Bro.
I have not seen that movie yet. Oh my god.
It's a movie. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a movie.
A movie. All I know is that everyone's in love with the flower girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's best girl, apparently.
I don't know. I'm a big fan of the buff one. She had some real concerns.
I mean, I hate that they had to fight to make her exist.
Right? Why can't we just have buff women in media? We love that shit.
Yeah. Who doesn't like a giant woman? A giant woman.
Giant woman. Ah, I used to know how to play that on the ukulele. Now I gotta relearn it.
Oh god.
¿Quién es Bruno? The poor, sad man. Indeed. I feel bad for him. Yeah, he got the short end of the stick. But Zwaa hasn't seen the movie, so no spoilers.
All I know is that I'm not allowed to talk about him, so we should stop talking about it.
Man.
I'll go to, like, the Disney store back when I had a Disney store. And there'd just be shirts that say, like, we don't talk about Bruno. And there'd be mugs that say, we don't talk about Bruno. And I'd just be like, why aren't we talking about him? Batman dies? No!
No.
Was that Amadeus?
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Funny enough, his birthday was yesterday, and I took him out for a walk and everything, and he was so happy, and he's
Did you
trying
give
to eat our
him them
food.
dog cookies?
No, he got like a puppy patty. It's like
Ooh.
unsalted, what do you call it? No
Seasoned?
seasoning? Yeah. Just raw, not raw meat. It's cooked. Plain old meat for the little guy.
Little guy.
And he wore like a really cool, like, not a leather jacket. What's the opposite of leather? Denim.
Leather.
It's denim.
Oh.
So, he was wearing a denim jacket all day, and he was a special little guy.
Oh god, which reminds me, apparently this summer's look for tableware is denim.
Blech! On table?
Yeah. You want to sit at the table?
Wearing my jorts?
Yeah.
Eating with my jork? And my
Your,
Gillette?
your Jenkins?
My god.
Jean napkins? I don't know.
Japkin? Wait, no.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, I can't say that.
Do you need a jive for your Jake? Like a steak? Jacked potatoes?
I need some,
God.
oh my god, Jean ketchup? I don't know.
You gotta jolt it. Salt
Oh my
or
God.
something. I don't know, it's difficult.
Jepper.
Jeans are everywhere. Jag? There's already a J.
Jag!
There's already
Oh
a J.
no. What were you before the jeans got you?
The jeans got to him. Jag, no! Oh no, everybody's waiting outside.
Oh god. Hello.
Man. You and me both, Gordon. But I've got an octopus wife now.
God dang.
Now
How
I'm
many
happy.
wives you gonna keep? Save some wives for the rest of us.
It's a skill issue for you guys.
Oh god. No. It's alright, I have a woman.
Mm-hmm. Sophie?
Lucy!
Lucy!
Lucy, where are you?
Oh my gosh. Or Pepper. Pepper's also. Wait, no. Pepper's transitioning.
No, Pepper's transitioning.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
But yeah, I call her woman, I call her lady, I call her female, I call her milady, I give her all the incel names. Except for kitten. I don't call her kitten because that's too on the nose.
It's too on the nose. My lady. But she doesn't want to talk to me. I don't even like jeans. Jeans are okay. You just need like a good pair of jeans. I haven't had a good pair
Chocoboco
of
thinks
jeans.
they're funny. Sorry, what?
We're talking about Zwaa side chicks. That's why you don't have a wife, Zwaa.
I got 5 side chicks, huh?
My goodness. I can't believe this.
That's it. Player for life.
And these guys don't want to talk to me at all.
Tell me, your arms are too skinny. How much money do you think it costs him to get like tailor-made suits?
Oh, you weren't kidding. Tailor-made suits for Chelmy?
Yeah. You know, that's how clothing used to be made, is tailor-made. Like, for your body specifically, which is one, why everyone looked so goddamn fresh back then.
Sheesh.
And 2, why clothes lasted a long time.
I would love to have something tailor-made, but there's no tailor shops near here.
Yeah. And it's expensive, of course.
Professor Layton!
Ladle! That's because I'm good soup.
Good soup.
Good soup.
I like how he just chuckles. Like, look at this chuckly little smile. So cute.
what a gentleman.
She's coming back to the scene of the crime, Ingrid. See how it is.
She's coming to stab the apple with her nose.
Exactly. Aha. Bro had no friends. Ooh, thick and chunky soup or just liquid? I think chunky soup is the
Split
best.
pea and ham.
Split pea and ham.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff right there. It's not just pea soup. It's got ham.
It's got ham in there.
Not the bacon one, the ham one.
Oh, thank God. Chat's been wanting to turn me into bacon for like a week. I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
You ever see forearm bacon? Hot dang.
I have not.
Alright, so when I was taking my figure drawing class, they showed us a video basically of cadavers. Like, it's an art video you can get, and it shows you cadavers, like, layer by layer going down, and section by section of the human body to, like, understand the musculature. And we were on the arm section, and they were showing off the musculature of the arm, and one of the guys in the class was just like, "That's some good-looking forearm bacon!" We all died.
You take this.
It really do look like forearm bacon. Like, god dang.
Oh no, now we're testing Layton.
Oh man. Watch Luke's puzzle be super lame.
What's E? E.
Speeve.
Oh gosh. A equals to B3, C3, D4. So what does E equal? What? Why? What? How does this make any sense?
Oh no, that makes sense. Look at it. It's right there.
What? My brain is cooking.
You got this. You got this.
5.
Why the heck it look like that? You know? Like,
E.
why the heck it look like that?
So
oh man, deep fried memes. E.
E. It's 2. Wait.
No, it's not 2. Here, let's look at A. Let's look at A right now. Why would A be 2? What about A says 2?
Maybe 2 lines?
You're real close. You're onto something.
Because this one has 1, 2, 3 lines. C also has 3 lines, and then D has 1, 2, 3, 4 lines touching it.
Yeah.
So then this
Alright,
one
so
would
what's
be
E
1,
got?
2, 3, 5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
I swear if I'm wrong. Every time I'm like super, I got this, it's like I get it wrong. Oh my god, thank god.
That's what Professor Layton does to you. It tears you down.
I'm a broken boar.
Yep.
Boulevard of broken boars.
Oh my god. Wake me up.
Wake me up inside?
Before you go.
Isn't there like a trilogy? Like there's 3 songs
Yeah.
with Wake Me Up.
Wake me up before you go. Wake me up inside, and wake me up when September ends.
There you go.
I love it so much. Sometimes I'll just be walking along and I'll be like, wake me up, and then I'll just wait to see what somebody responds with.
You can tell a lot about a person by their wake me ups.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 66. A harder puzzle.
Birthday girl!
Birthday. When asked about her birthday, a young woman gives the following information. The day after tomorrow I turned 22, but I was still 19 on New Year's Day last year. When is her birthday? February.
She's a leap year baby.
Hey yo, Spiffinator! Thank you so much for the raid! Welcome Raiders, how's it going?
Hot dang.
I tamed
Welcome.
the skies, I tamed the skies. Well, now you guys could tame this boar. Hello, welcome. My name is Babi Whiskey. I'm the #1 mercenary of the Beastlands, and today I was hired, along with Zwaa, to solve all these puzzles.
Yeah, we're gonna solve these puzzles. We're gonna figure out what's up at the Golden Apple, and we're gonna go to the carnival.
And we're gonna
One
figure
day.
out this birthday. What were you guys up to? Give me a little shout out.
I love Zekta.
There you go, fella. You got a little shout out.
Oh man, you see that art floating around on the internet? It's Legend of Zelda, but they redid it so that all the characters look like they're from Hercules.
I haven't seen that actually.
So good. Zelda is Megara.
Man, I need to see that. Hey yo, Zelda, let's go. Are you playing the new Tears of the Kingdom, or are you playing one of the oldie but goodies?
Yeah,
You're
everyone's
welcome.
favorite game, Minish Cap.
Ooh, there we go. The new one. I kind of gave up already, so I've just been watching people play it. But I'm also playing alongside with it, so I don't feel like there's much spoilers going on nowadays.
I made so much progress today. I'm so excited.
So proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so far so good. Oh, wait a minute.
This is one of those BS puzzles where like it is as simple as you think it's gonna be.
So it is on February.
You're really close.
Oh god, okay. Last year she was 19. Today. 21. 21! You're stinky. Okay, and then in 2 days, it's her birthday. Oh god! What if her birthday was on New Year's?
So it says here that on New Year's Day she was 19.
Last year... she was 19. Oh, that makes sense, because 2 days after last year, she would have been 20. So... wait... Maybe like January 2nd? Am I dumb? Hold up.
No, I think you're onto something. Put that in.
Okay, let's try it. Yeah, not a problem, the Spiffinator. I know you guys just came back from like a really cool stream. You guys go ahead and lurk if you need to. Drink some water, stretch. Don't even worry about it. Sit back and relax. These puzzles will break my brain and not yours.
Woo! Also, Jag, great choice. Phantom Hourglass.
That Phantom Hourglass was the first game I played. Yep. Yep. And there.
There we go.
Nice.
No, he was disappointed in me.
I think it's because you added the zeros.
Oh. Let's try this again then. Professor Layton does not like zeros.
Level 60 puzzle. God dang.
Let's try this again. One. Wait. One. And two. Go!
1 and 2.
Here's my answer.
Did you guys see that?
Puzzle solved.
That's what I wrote the first time! With zeros.
This is like when you take like online tests and you type in the answer and it goes, oh no, it's wrong because you capitalized it when it should have all been in lowercase letters.
Oh my god, bro.
I'd get that all the time in my math class, and I'd go to my teacher, like, I'd be like, hey, there's a problem. Or it happened in my math class and it happened in my history class, and I would go to the teacher and I would let them know about it. And they'd be like, thank you, because we need to tell the company so future classes don't have this problem.
Thank God.
Advocates, because you're not just helping yourself, you're helping future students. Anyways.
Sounds pretty smart, my friend. You're saving our lives.
Yeah. And then I would get, and then the teacher would just go in and correct it, and I'd get like a perfect score instead of being like 1 or 2 off.
Huh.
You know, if the technology is being jank, say something.
Yeah, just say something. It gets fixed.
Yeah. I did argue once, though, that stay water and still water were the exact same thing, because stay water just stays in one spot and still water is still in one spot, and the teacher was like, no, that doesn't make any sense, and failed me on that question.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. It was an oceanography class. It was really good, though. I'll say that. Like, I really did like the teacher, but I was like not happy with that choice.
So wait, is oceanography like the topology of the ocean? Geography of the ocean?
It's a little bit of everything. It's like all the sciences of the ocean. So, ecology, geography, you know, tectonics, all that stuff. We got to go to the aquarium as a field trip. That was pretty sweet.
Ah, lucky.
Yeah.
What? Where am I going? I'm in the second cafe.
Oh, you're at the bar, you mean?
No, it's not called a bar. It's another cafe. No, I'm just kidding.
You're right. The second cafe.
Zapone.
It's, oh my god, Yowie Fingers. Hey, what's up?
Let's go. That's why I didn't recognize him. Because we call him Yowie Fingers, so it's like, oh. Dude, imagine! Imagine I write in my diary, oh, Zwaa is my best friend, and I die. And I'm like, I gave Zwaa my limited edition Pikachu, my chunky Pikachu card, and on the back of it, it has, you know, 3 wacky digits that you need to open up the safe. And then you guys go to Zwaa. I'm already dead. You guys go to Zwaa. Yeah. And you're like, hey Zwaa, you were Babi's best friend, weren't you? And Zwaa's like, what the? No. But she did give me this cool
just
card.
Shot down.
Shot
like,
down after death.
Can we have that card that they gave you? And what card? Huh? They gave me something?
Aww.
Don't even remember.
I sold that thing actually.
I put it in the spokes of my child's bike, and they lost it in the woods like 3 years ago.
I'm glad you mentioned the bike, because it reminds me of that meme of someone putting a stick in their spokes and just blaming it
I
on
love that.
Darn the British.
My favorite one is the one I saw for My Hero Academia.
Which is
and it's which, oh god, I forget the guy's name. The guy who has all the hands all over his body. And he's riding the bike, and then he puts a stick in it, and he falls over, and he just screams, "All Might!"
We love that here.
So good.
Oh, you had the limited edition plush Pikachu with the fat Pikachu with the light up cheeks? Lucky.
I got a really cute one back in the day. And I remember I took it to elementary school, which you're not supposed to do because kids either steal it or you lose it. And as I was walking from class to after school daycare, I dropped it. And
No.
when I got to daycare, I was like, "And where's my Pikachu?" And I was devastated, and I was crying. And I asked the teacher if I was allowed to retrace my steps, and they were like, "Yeah." And I retraced my steps, and I could not find it. And I didn't even know where I dropped it. But I retraced my steps and it wasn't there. I'm like, "Where's my Pikachu? Where's my Pikachu?" And so I'm out and I'm crying. And these boys walk up to me. And we're just shooting the breeze, right? And then and then one of them suddenly goes, "Hey, check out what he found." And the guy's like, "Oh yeah." And he opens up his duffel bag. I don't know why a child would have a duffel bag, but he opens up his duffel bag. And it's my goddamn Pikachu. And I'm like freaking out. I'm like, "That's my Pikachu." And they think I'm lying at first, but my friend that I'm with like vouches for me. She's like, "No, she literally just dropped that. That's why she was crying."
Aww.
And he actually gives me my Pikachu back, and I have literally never let that thing go since. Like, it is in my bedroom right now.
That's so sweet. That's such a good story.
Right?
She still has that Pikachu.
I do. Emotional attachment. I also brought it with me when we went to go see Pokemon the first movie in theaters.
Oh my god, let's go.
And when Ash died, I actually like cried into my Pikachu.
No.
The thing's got hard sentimental value.
It's got the tears.
Yep. It's got my DNA on it.
Madonna.
Gross.
Choco, have you not
sorry,
seen the
spoilers.
first movie? Whoops.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, usually some kids are really mean, but like, you got
Oh, yeah.
lucky. Damn it. Second time's a charm. There's nothing here.
Yeah, it was a real sweet move, considering. You know, he could have easily just said no, and that would have been it for me.
Maybe because you were crying?
Maybe. I think the only reason he did it was because my friend vouched for me.
Aww.
I'm so sorry, Chocoboco. I do highly recommend watching the original movie, though. Either in Japanese or English. I prefer the English version. I'm not entirely certain if it's because of nostalgia or if because I think they actually did a really good job editing and localizing it.
It was pretty good. I liked
Yeah.
it.
I mean, the Japanese version definitely has more scenes in it, but the American version has more feels. Like, the Japanese version is very quiet, and the American version actually has music.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
They vouching for the English version in the chat.
Yeah. It's good. Like I said, the only thing you're really missing in the Japanese version is like those extra scenes in the beginning, which honestly, like, I don't know why they got rid of them in the American version, other than it may have been just a little too much for American kids at the time, because it talks about, you know, like science stuff and, you know, cruel experiments done on animals.
Aww.
Yeah, it shows like Baby Mewtwo. Like, if you go online and you look up Baby Mewtwo, you'll see like screenshots from a movie of Baby Mewtwo, and you're like, where is this? It's from the first movie, but only the Japanese version.
Didn't they release it as a short later?
I'm not entirely certain, to be honest. I know there's a second movie that's kind of like a follow-up to what happens after the first one. And because, like, spoilers, because Ash's memory is erased, he doesn't remember Mewtwo, but Mewtwo remembers him.
Oh yeah, wait, is it Mewtwo Returns?
I'm not entirely certain. It sucks. I'm gonna be honest. It sucks. It's really bad.
Damn, they missed out on an opportunity.
Yeah.
The one with the onion fairy? Should I cry it even more? Where they were trying to feed that raisin some berries? I was laughing.
Oh my god.
I was a bad kid. I'm sorry. I was laughing.
Oh my god.
It just looked hilarious. I'm sorry.
Celebi, yeah.
Celebi.
But Celebi, B-R-A-T-E. That song lives in my head forever and I hate it.
Yeah. But now you know how to spell. Sorry, I was gonna say celebrate. Yeah. No, spell. That song Pug, indeed.
I have the first 7 movies on DVD, so that's exciting for me. Honestly, the only ones you really need to own.
Huh?
Let's see.
Huh?
Somebody ate the butcher's sausages. It's the fatty in the middle, of course.
Of course.
Here's what these 4 boys have to say. B ate the sausages. Rude. Just because he's fat? That's so rude. D ate them all up, says B. I didn't eat them. No way, says C. And D says B's totally lying. Only one of these rascals is telling the truth. And all the others... What?
All the others
one of these rascals
lying.
is telling the truth, and all the others are, needless to say, like, oh, sorry, that's a comma. I thought that was a period. I was really confused. Grammatically, that didn't make any sense. Can you figure out who ate the sausages? It was all of them.
They all could have eaten them. Green
they
kid
think
is
the
the
green
truther?
kid, huh?
So this guy's like, this guy ate it.
Well, no one's accusing C of eating them. C's the only one who said that I didn't eat them. If D says B is lying...
So he might not be lying.
Oh, man.
Because then he would be lying.
Oh god, this is one of those process of elimination ones.
I don't have a pen. I don't think it'll let me write on it. No, I don't. It don't be letting me write on it. Rude. This is why I hate kids. You were a kid once. What do you mean you hate kids? I mean, you can't. I
hated kids when I was a kid.
You hate kids as a kid. You hated yourself, but now you should love yourself. Respect yourself. No, love yourself too. No.
God dang. You ever look back at what you were like as a kid and been like, man, I would have hated me?
Nah, I was a sweet little guy. What the heck?
Critical thinking is the key to
God dang, you guessed, didn't you? I mean,
I did, honestly, because we were talking about kids, and I was like, you know what, Jack is kind of right. This one looks the most honest, and I kind of want to see if I'll get it wrong anyways. So it's like I clicked it, and it was right. We're going based off of looks. We're prejudiced.
We're prejudiced. To be fair, though, was it like assumptions and categorizations and all that sort of stereotype stuff? Like, is just a general human trait. Like, of course, it's like not good to do it because it causes problems.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But it is hardwired into us as humans.
I think it's because we used to run away from predators and stuff.
Yeah, it's basically, oh, this is similar to that thing, therefore this thing is probably also like that thing.
Exactly. But everybody's different.
Caveman brain. Yeah.
You don't have to be a caveman. Just because it's easy for you to think that way doesn't mean it's the right way.
That's right. Don't do the easy way.
It's just a
Play
little bit
Professor
of effort.
Layton.
Oh god, no. Well, I mean, yeah, honestly. I would honestly love playing a Professor Layton game on an airplane ride, or a bus ride, or a train ride even.
Can you imagine though if Professor Layton had like different levels of difficulty? Like you could choose easy mode, story mode, or like master mode.
Master mode? Like, what would that be? Like a doctorate?
Like, if a train is traveling at 200 miles per hour heading west holding 37 clowns and, you know, things like
27
that.
of them are forklift certified. How many of them won the Nobel
And another
Peace
train
Prize?
heading from Chicago southward has 18 doctors on it and is going 16 miles an hour. How fast until everyone dies?
Oh my god. Or did they all die in impact?
And then
Oh,
you just
money!
sort of like, and then the answer is, oh, it's findings is inconclusive because people have different lifespans.
Oh.
You're right, there's a random piece of paper. Let's pick it up and read it. And it's just a grocery list.
The boss complimented my latest model today. He's a good
woman?
guy, but he's given me a new sense of purpose. I'm sure this is my true calling. I want to perfect my skills so I can repay the man for his generosity. This sounds like a great deal of journal entry. Someone like dropping their diary?
Funding supermodels. Can you imagine? There must have been like a Miss America pageant they were working on. Oh wait, no, this is England. I'm sorry.
Wait
Miss
a
UK.
minute. Wait,
Professor
Chocoboco,
Layton
how
theme.
could you? I'm sorry. He offended my Beastland brethren. We are not Unga Boongas. We are not cavemen. I just happen to be. We have technology. I just happen to be a little simple, man. I'm just a little guy. There's scholars and stuff.
Can you imagine a Professor Layton theme park and instead of having like the teacup ride, it's the top hat ride?
That'd be so cute!
Also, welcome, husband.
Oh yeah, what's up, Scott? Evening, Babi and chat. How's everyone doing? We're vibing? We found journal entries and stuff? Not bad.
Nice.
The boss. Do you have a boss, Zwaa? Like
yeah, I do.
Someone you call the boss?
I have a boss, and my boss has a boss, and her boss has a boss, but I haven't met her very much. And then, like the top boss. All right, let me explain.
The big
boss.
So
there's this running joke. There's this running joke in my store that I have a major crush on, like the CEO of our company. And every time I talk about him, I call him my boyfriend. And people just know who I'm talking about.
That's cute.
And he's threatened us on 3 separate occasions to come to our store, like the CEO of our company coming to our store. And I've been like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Like, I want to talk to him about all the things I think this company could be doing. And every time I'm like, if he shows up on a day I go to a manager and I'm like, if he shows up on a day I'm not here, please give him my ideas. And they're like, no, we're not doing that.
Aww.
I'm like, God dang it, you need to do this. He's my boyfriend. And every single time he's threatened to come to our office, he doesn't come. He stood us up. He stood me up on 3 separate dates.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
The nerve of some men.
Right?
What if you're the one protecting your store from devastation because he'll think it's too awkward to just not even as a joke, just like show up. You're like protecting these people.
I can't come to the office, my girlfriend's there.
He's like blushing in his car.
Like...
My god.
Yeah. It will ruin the ecosystem. Yeah, that's about right.
So true, bestie. God, what was I think? Oh, thank God. Something similar to what you said. Oh my God, my little sister had an art teacher, and I would always joke around with her that she was my ex. So every time my sister would come home with like a low grade or whatever, I'll be like, don't listen to her. She's still sour after we broke up. And it would make her feel better and laugh, so it's like, it's all worth it.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Oh man, that's real sweet.
And that woman was like 40 and I was like 23 or something. So it didn't
Yeah.
make sense, but like it still made her laugh. 10 out
Yeah,
of
the
10.
CEO is like grandpa age, I think. So.
He's a perfect. Ripe for the picking.
Yeah.
I know.
It was actually pretty interesting too because a while back a CEO of a company unfortunately died in a really tragic way. And my dad comes to me and he goes, "Oh my God, the CEO of your company died." And I was like, "What?" And I read the article and I'm like, "That's the wrong company."
Damn. Not all old men are my boyfriend. What are you doing?
Yeah.
It's all good. Wait, no, this guy. Wait, no. If he's wait, hold on. I'm excited. Hold on. This guy, he's feeling sick, and the little girl earlier said that before they get kidnapped, they feel sick. So we're about to witness a kidnapping. We need to take care of this man.
We just gotta tail this like Dr. Robotnik retired guy.
No, this guy's straight up an egg.
Yeah. You know bronzing, right? That's when your hair like starts going brown as you get older. This is absolutely Dr. Robotnik, and he's way shorter, and his mustache is a bit more tame, but he's still got like the red shirt on and the gangly arms and the egg shape.
You're right. What if Dr. Eggman's legs are like robotic extensions, and that's why he looks tall?
So he can just walk forever.
Exactly.
Good stuff.
Poppycock. Can we say that on stream?
Say it again.
Poppycock.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Please watch the behind the scenes, the extra features on the Hellboy DVD.
Ooh,
Please. There's an extra animation in the behind the scenes on the DVD. Watch it. Screw on head. Please watch it.
Which Hellboy though? The new
first one.
Or the first one with Guillermo del Toro?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I think we have.
It's I can't remember the full title, but it's a guy named Screw on Head, and it's an animation, and it was just like, hey, let's just do this thing and see what it's so good. It's so good.
I kind of miss when movies would animate their blooper reels and stuff.
God, Pixar, why did you stop doing that?
I know, right? It adds so much character, like, after the movie. So
right?
good.
Did you hear about the Toy Story 2, what they did?
No.
So in newer DVD releases of Toy Story 2, when they have the blooper reel, they got rid of the one where the prospector is talking to the Barbies, like flirting with them.
Why?
Because apparently that was a caricature moment of John Lasseter.
Oh god.
And yeah, so they got rid of it because, you know, it was a homage to just him being a creep.
Oh god. Now that you mention it, yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They knew it. They knew he was doing it for years, and it just took that long to catch up. It's really sad too, because I was like, man, I want to cosplay as John Lasseter. And then that happened, and I'm like, never mind.
Yeah. Oh my god. Ah, serves him right. Stinker.
Yeah. That being said, though, like, you can definitely see
Chocolate.
a downgrade in Pixar since he's left, which is really upsetting.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like they don't give enough people a chance.
Oh, yeah.
And they're kind of stuck with like the mediocre stuff because they feel like it's safe. But it's like you got so many good ideas and animators under your belt and uprising, directors, and you guys just snuff it out. Make
They're
them
playing
draw
it super
backgrounds for
safe
you.
right now.
Yeah.
Like the newest movie is just Romeo and Juliet. They're playing it safe.
What? Not even Romeo and Juliet?
That's what
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. John Lasseter was a director, but I think he maybe only directed like 1 or 2 movies, and then he became I think it's executive producer. He became the money guy.
Dang.
Like, he directed the original Toy Story, and I can't remember if he did anything after that. Chocoboco's saying we're salty. I am salty. I'm still mad that Toy Story 4 exists, okay?
I don't even want to think about Toy Story 4.
They massacred my boy.
Why would they do this?
Why would they do this?
They could
Like,
just
Toy Story 3 was the perfect ending. Why would you do this?
Money.
Yes, it was that bad.
It was
as
pretty
far
bad.
as I'm concerned.
It was unnecessary.
Super unnecessary.
Hey, what's up, Azimuth? Hey, isn't this the Master Mode train puzzle in chocolate form? Maybe?
Yeah, it is Master Mode.
Master Mode? What is that?
Yeah. Master Mode. Hard level.
Oh,
PhD.
Okay. Yeah, we need a
you
PhD
have a
to solve this.
You have a hankering for chocolate. So you buy a huge sheet of chocolate. 30 chocolate squares. The sheet is 5 squares long by 6 squares side. No, that's a W wide. You can only break the chocolate at the lines that run between the squares, and you aren't allowed to stack multiple segments on top of each other. Keeping those rules in mind, what is the fewest number of times you'll need to break the chocolate in order to separate each of the 30 chocolate squares? 555 times.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, hey, we're on puzzle 69. Nice.
Let's go. I didn't even see the funny number. We were talking about animation and stuff. Why are you trying to break me? Oh my god, Choco, I'm so sorry. Well, no, I'm not sorry. We're gonna break you. We're gonna break you. Believe it. Give the chocolate. I genuinely want some. I am kind of craving like a nice dark chocolate, or maybe like milk chocolate almond. But I don't have access to that right now.
I got some dark chocolate right in front of me. I've been kind of nomming on from time to time. It's good stuff. It's the good stuff.
Thanks for sharing.
Have some chocolate eggs. It's leftover Easter candy.
Leftover Easter candy?
Yeah, leftover Easter candy. Hey, it's chocolate. It don't go bad.
Yeah, it don't go bad. You should be fine. I hope.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's like I said, it's the good stuff. An Oreo cookie pie. Oh my god.
Oh, that sounds so good.
I had an Oreo shake the other day from a new fast food place in my area, and I've always been like, if you want a good Oreo shake, go to Jack in the Box, or yeah, it's Jack in the Box.
Ooh.
But this place, oh my god, I think it might be my new favorite Oreo shake. A Snicker milkshake?
I haven't had a Snickers in so long.
God, I want to try one of those Snicker ice cream bars, but every time I'm like able to purchase one, I choose something else.
I feel like it'd be kind of daunting for me to have a Snickers ice cream bar because like I'm used to the creamy inside. So if I bite into something cold, they'll like throw me off.
Right?
Baba boom! Come
Baba booey.
Quanticus! Welcome, welcome.
Hello!
Take it easy on those sweets. Take it easy on those sweets.
I've actually been having like the opposite of a sweets thing. Like, I don't know, sweets have been making me extra sick lately, so I've been trying to avoid them. I'm only having them right now because I need some extra sugar in my diet at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that caffeine. This one's stupid easy. Let me rephrase that. This one, the answer is exactly what you think it would be. Like, whatever the first answer you came up with is probably the right one. It's throwing you off by saying the fewest.
Five. The answer is 5. I don't understand what it's asking though.
So I want you to know how many breaks you need to make in order to get each chocolate segment by itself.
Oh, by itself.
Yeah.
Yipes.
And there's only one answer. It's trying to throw you off by saying the fewest, but the thing is there's only one answer. It is both the fewest and the most. 'If there are 30 squares, how many times you gotta break it?
30.
Almost. So close.
Break into 4s?
Nah.
I can't overlap it though. Non-optimizational. Oh, this is hard. What the heck?
What it means by overlap is, like, let's say you were to break off like one of those end sections of 5, and then you wanted to break off like the top section of 6. That wouldn't be like 1 break and then 2 break. It would be 3 breaks because the one on the end is now already off.
God, this is... What? This is hard. Look guys, it's my octopus wife! Welcome back, Anlu. Are the challenges over? Also, this is freaking hard.
Oh my god, it's Alu!
No, he's stinky. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Oh, they've been lurking this whole time.
You know, we probably should have just talked about feet, you know?
Oh yeah! You would have come running! This guy. Yeah,
you're really close, Choco Boko. You're really close.
No! What the heck? Why do you have that emote? Stop! I wouldn't even be like that with my own feet. Come on. I'm so glad this-
Oh man.
I'm so glad my OBS is not picking up the emote. It's just you guys on Twitch. I hate it. So it's not 30 times, then it has to be 6 times.
No. 6 and 30 are not close to each other at all.
What's 6 times 3? Wait.
I
mean 6 times 5.
30?
30.
Yeah.
But that's
alright.
than...
How about this one? You have a Kit Kat bar, right?
I have a Kit Kat bar.
Alright, a traditional standard size Kit Kat bar has how many bars?
2.
How many times do you break it to get to those bars individually?
1.
So there are 2 of them, but you only break it 1 time. Alright, now let's go up to the 4. Let's go up to the 4. If there are 4 bars, how many do you break? How many times do you break it?
3.
3. So each time you're 1 number off.
Eh.
So if the answer is 30.
I did my best. Let's see.
That should do it.
That should do it. Yahoo!
Yippee!
Oh my god! Thank God. I
Can
don't
I
even
get an
like
awa
tickets.
awa?
Awa awa.
I remember one year for I can't remember which holiday it was.
Big.
My ma got my brother a bar of chocolate that was the size of me.
Wow.
That it took us months to eat this thing. It was huge.
Oh my god.
Gigantic. It was so big we had to store it on top of the refrigerator.
Like, wait, how big? Like, how big? Like, up to your waist big, or how
Like
big
if
we
I were
talking?
to, I mean, I guess at the time up to my waist, because I think I was in middle school when he got it. The thing was absolutely gigantic, and you had to come at it with we smashed it apart using a meat cleaver.
A meat cleaver?
Yeah, like a meat hammer, like a tenderizer. And you took it and you just smashed it and it wouldn't break. And so you'd just be in the kitchen making these horrible, awful sounds until a piece finally broke off.
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's some hard chocolate.
Yeah. It was good chocolate though.
what you do for chocolate, indeed. Holy
Yeah.
beans.
Yeah, you couldn't bite into this thing or anything. Like you had to like stick a corner of your chunk that you broke off in your mouth and just wait for it to melt. And it was dark chocolate too, so it like took
that's
forever to
amazing.
melt. I can only imagine how much that cost.
Oh,
I
thank
remember when he got it, I was so mad too. I was like, why didn't I get that? And she was like, shut up, we're all eating it anyways.
True. Everybody, little guy sipping. Drink some water.
Oh my god, you're right. I have 2 glasses.
Delicious.
It is confirmed that Shokoboko is dark chocolate.
What? No way. Oh, I see. Also, welcome, Jaggernaut. I saw you earlier. My bad. How you doing?
What? Oh my god! Yeah, I was looking at those tails. I was too distracted.
Let me shout out this stinky little guy. Jaggernaut and I actually started or debuted around the same time, so it's like he's kind of like my brother.
Aw.
Yeah. He's
Brother
doing a lot
from
of cool
another mother.
stuff.
I don't know. I think it's cool. Horror game content.
There's nothing else.
Can't wait for Halloween.
Halloween's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna be doing anything special for Halloween, but I do know that Alu on TV is gonna be doing like a marathon with a bunch of horror games and stuff, so that's gonna be fun.
A subathon?
Hey yo, subathon? Subathon?
Subathon?
Subathon? Gotta get those subs.
Yeah. 24-hour stream, sleep deprived, Five Nights at Freddy.
All the Five Nights at Freddy's, I'd die.
Oh my god. And you have to finish them before you go to the next game.
Man, I think the only one that might have been worth playing is probably the new one with the one that bear everybody simped for. I forgot.
Oh, Glam Rock or whatever?
Yeah, Glamrock, there we go. The Glam Boys.
Yeah.
Now
That's,
just a regular Halloween. 3 days straight, let's go.
Oh my god. Okay, so what is this? Wait, hang on. 3 days like from Halloween to like Day of the Dead? So like from the 31st to the 2nd?
Oh, found the coin. They sent for Roxanne, Wolf, and the Gator. So basically all of them.
Yeah.
Basically all of them.
Who doesn't like a good wolf anyways?
Yeah, she looks really cool too. It's a shame that they made her into a dick.
I remember in high school, we had a teacher's assistant who was talking to us about spirit animals. And there was like 6 of us around the table listening to her talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, oh yeah, and you can have wolf as a spirit animal. And literally all 6 of us were like, that's my spirit animal. Because we were a bunch of cringe nerds.
Uh-huh.
Oh god. It's addition. I don't think I can do this.
This is hard.
Oh my, it looks like someone has been writing nonsense on the blackboard again. Among us. It turns out, though, that under certain conditions, these strange equations are actually correct. 8 minus 6 is 2. 8 plus 6 is also 2. Assuming the above to be true, what does 7 plus 6 equal?
Probably 2. If I'm not thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know what? We should do that on stream. Just take a spirit animal test. I'd be kind of curious to see what you guys get.
Oh god, did anybody here ever go to the website Quizilla?
Quizilla?
Yeah, I used to go to Quizilla to take like stupid personality quizzes. I'd go there to collect anime pictures. I'd go there to watch Naruto. And I'd go there to read fanfics.
Uh-huh.
Its main purpose though was to be a quiz site. Like you just like make quizzes and tests and stuff for people. But they would like do all these other things on it. So like they would upload, you were allowed to upload videos. So your test would just be like 5 episodes of Naruto.
Nice.
Good stuff. Actually,
Good
it was parts. So this was back in the day when YouTube like wouldn't let you have a video for over like I don't know, 15 minutes or less or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you wanted to watch an episode of Naruto, it'd be broken into 3 parts.
Holy shit. Part 1?
Yeah.
Where's part 2?
Yeah. Basically, like you'd watch part 1 and it'd be great, and then you'd go to watch part 2 and it'd be like, sorry, link disabled. Like, no!
No!
I watched Full Moon that way too. Man, I love that show. I probably would really not like it if I watched it again, but back when I was in middle school, I was like, god dang.
God damn.
Not to be confused with Moon Phase. Moon Phase is the one with the kawaii vampire girl that looks like a cat girl. Full Moon is the one about the girl who's like dying of throat cancer.
Aww.
And she gets like a magical girl transformation to become an idol before she dies.
Yeah, I remember that one.
So good.
And her fairy god guy.
Yeah, her
falls
fairy
in love with
godparents. They're so good.
Oh, that's such a good show.
Yeah. And then like at the time you're like, oh my god, I love it, it's so cool. I wish some magical hot dude would fall in love with me. And then you remember like she's in elementary school and he's older?
He's old.
And I mean he's dead, but then like spoilers, he's given life again, and like there's an age difference, and it might be problematic. I'm not entirely certain.
It's still problematic.
It's still very cute though.
And I gotta rewatch it.
Yeah. You know, it's from that era of anime where there was always that weird timestamp in the upper left corner.
Mm-hmm.
Never knew what that meant.
Yeah, what would that mean?
I don't know. It must be like a Japanese thing.
Probably. Yeah, old anime crushes are problematic. And it also
Yeah.
happened in like Cardcaptor Sakura.
Oh
like,
my god,
the
okay.
brother's friend, and it's like, well, I mean, she's a kid, I guess. But like, I would never ship them.
So here's the thing.
Get crushes.
Here's the thing about Cardcaptor Sakura. They don't have it in the anime, or not really, but it's in the manga. They're all in elementary school, right?
Yes, sir. Ma'am? Yes,
There's a little girl in Sakura's class who has a huge crush on their teacher. And it's reciprocated. And no one says anything about it. When you hear people talking about Cardcaptor Sakura, they go on and on about, you know, like the outfits. This is my childhood show. This is everything I love. But when you watch it again as an adult and read it, you start to realize, like, it was very progressive for its time, because there's lesbians, there's gays, it's great. But then the age, like, Sakura's mom and dad, Sakura's mom was in high school and her dad was an adult, and they got married, and her mom dropped out of high school. And then this relationship between this elementary school aged girl and this full grown adult, which when you go to the new season Cardcaptor Crystal, isn't there anymore. It's just gone. They want you to forget it.
Oh, good. Okay. Holy shit.
But like you hear all this praise about Cardcaptor Sakura, but there's a lot of problematic things too.
Mm-hmm.
As well as really awesome progressive things. It's weird. It's very weird.
Oh man.
Anyways, 2 corporations have put out health wanted ads. Aside from the information below, the 2 companies' offers are exactly the same. From a purely financial standpoint, which one should you work for? Company A will pay you that's not the right number, $100,000 a year, and give you $20,000 year raise yearly. Company B will pay you $50,000 every 6 months and give you a $5,000 raise every also 6 months.
What the heck?
Sailor Moon did have something kind of similar, and when I was in preschool watching it, so Chibi Moon, she's a really elementary school aged girl, maybe even younger, and she gets a unicorn, and then the unicorn like has a transformation scene and becomes like a really hot dude, and I had the biggest crush on him. Except he's like a full-grown adult, and there's a romance between her and her hot unicorn adult boyfriend. Yeah.
Luke, here's my answer.
Tokyo Mew Mew, unfortunately, I never watched. It was always on my like to-watch list, and I just didn't watch it.
I watched it, and it's kind of cringe, but I also enjoyed it. So it's like I have a love-hate relationship with it.
On the plus side, though, Sailor Moon also did have a rather progressive thing. They did have lesbians, however, the American version censored it to just be cousins. Because you gotta think about like when these came out.
Yeah, Jupiter. Wait, it wasn't Jupiter. Yeah. It was Neptune.
No, yeah, it was like Uranus or something. I don't know.
Uranus.
It was one of the outer senshi. Two of the outer senshi?
They are lovers, Your Honor.
Hey, it's Pride Month. Happy Pride Month, everyone. Go watch Sailor Moon and Cardcaptor Sakura. Just ignore the problematic bits, you know? Things don't age well.
I keep running into puzzles. I mean, what was I thinking?
The game about puzzles, I can't believe there's puzzles.
I can't believe these puzzles.
You have at your disposal a large number of tiles like the one shown below. God dang. If you were to take these tiles and try to make a square, what is the fewest number of tiles you'd need? Okay, ignore the word fewest and just go, how do you make a square with these tiles? How many you need?
120. Wait, cause it's not asking for a cube, so 12, 24. Hold up. 7.
Watch it just be like an empty cube, and so you're supposed to just have 6. Oh god, what if that's the answer?
I don't think it's a cube because it says a square.
Yeah.
So it's trying to confuse us with
So
like the
1.
0.5 inches.
It's already a square.
But it's not a square. One side is 10 and the other side is 12.
Oh, you're right. A square would mean it's got all the same. No, wait, no. I thought a square just meant. Oh no, now I'm.
No, that's
oh,
a
God.
rectangle.
You're right. That's a rectangle. Okay. I was like 4 90-degree angles, right? That's just a square. Not exactly.
How do you spell calculator? Alright, I got it. Busted out my calculator, boys.
Hell yeah.
So I gotta find the common denominator. Huck.
You know what they say? You know, be there or be square. It's because you're not around. Okay, shoot me now.
Okay, so we could do 60. So 60 divided by 12 is 5. So there'll be 5 on that side. So then on the other side, to meet that, we will need another 5. I need to draw this. Hold up, guys, I'm cooking. I wish I could draw it on the screen.
Right?
Can I? Hold up. I can! Okay. Hear me out, chat. Hear me out. Clear. So if we have 5, this will equal 60. So then to get 60 on this side, we would need another 5. So then 5 times 6 is 5 times 6 is 30. So the answer.
Chocoboco, wait, you're out. Hang on. This is interesting. I want to see what's going on here.
It's not a rectangle. But it would be the same. What do you mean? What do you mean?
It just wants you to stack them on top of each other.
Nah.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
You're
yeah,
lying.
for real.
If we were to take these tiles and try to make a square. So, what? So then 20, wait. 20 divided by 20 divided by 0.5. That's 40. Can they stack? I guess. Close? Wait, so now I have to stack them?
Alright, so it says it wants you to make a square, right?
Yeah.
So it is actually asking you to make a cube.
Uh-huh.
So since it's a flat object but it has a dimension to it, you just kind of gotta stack them together and like Legos.
Huh? So
Yeah.
will they be like stacked like this?
Yeah. So how many tiles do you need in order to make it at least, like the minimum amount of tiles you need in order to make it a square?
6?
Nah.
Oh.
So, your shortest side is 10 inches, right?
Yeah.
So how many do you need to stack on top of each other to also reach 10 inches?
5.
the depth of these guys is 0.5 inches, so half an inch.
Huh. Okay.
So how many half inches do you need in order to get to 10?
20. I did the math backwards. So 20 half inches would give me 10. So do I also have to meet the 12?
Nah, the fewest one. So you're working with the smaller number.
Well, I guess you were right, Choco.
Right? Like, Choco
Holy
was like, I got
beans.
20, and I'm like, don't say anything, don't say anything.
You know what's funny? I'm kind of surprised Malf isn't here.
Malf said he was passing out.
Aw, poor little guy.
Yeah, he's real disappointed he can't be here either. I accidentally wrote in the chat that Malf is gonna piss the puzzles.
No!
So then I wrote Malf pees Rubik's cubes. Can you imagine passing a Rubik's cube like it's a kidney stone?
I hate that. It's terrible.
Oh man.
It'd be more painful for the men in the chat.
Yeah. I guess it has a longer distance to go, huh?
Oh my god, yeah. It's so terrible. Hey you guys, you like chess? Actually, how about it? Wanna sit down for a game? We are not playing chess. We are
Playing
not-
chess, let's go!
No
Who here knows how to
way.
play chess? I don't.
This is like the comically large spoon thing? Yes. Oh, there's only like 4, 8, 12, 16. 4, 8. There's only 16 squares here. Okay.
Yeah. So in chess, the queen can move the full length of the board diagonally, vertically, and horizontally. See if you can place 4 queens on this 4x4 chessboard. Here's the catch though. You must arrange the pieces so that no queen would block the other queen's line of movement. Good luck.
Oh, that's easy.
He has 3 versions of this, by the way, and they get bigger and bigger each time.
Okay, it's not easy.
I mean, you got the right idea.
Boom. I'm so smart.
Nice.
Somebody give me $1.
There we
Somebody
go.
quick, give her $1.
You can't. No donations allowed, fellas.
Critical thinking
God
is the
dang
key
it.
to success.
Yeah, I was like, well, I can't do anything, so I just moved everything over 1, and I was like, oh, now I could do something.
Quick, someone subscribe and give her $5.
Good luck. You two are no amateurs. I'll see you next time. You can have the chair. Matches your fur.
Hard puzzles are like that, Choco Boko, but in your brain. Try peeing out a Rubik's Cube, but in your brain.
That's terrible. I saw like a gif of a sushi chef preparing squid for sashimi, and it started from like the very beginning, so you can see him like squishing out the squid's eyeballs, and it looks really funny and satisfying
God.
too. So I just
It
imagine
really-
like the Rubik's Cube like coming out your brain like that.
We actually had to do that in elementary school for dissection class. We had 3 dissection sessions.
Uh-huh.
We had 4 different dissection classes in elementary school, and I do not know why we had so many. And I happened to be sick for 2 of them.
No.
Yeah, so I missed the cow eye one and I missed the frog one. But I got to do the squid one and I got to do the owl pellet one.
Dang. I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you, Chief, those were available at my school as well, but I never got to do any of them.
Really?
I never got to do any of them, either because I did not have that teacher, or because my biology teacher believed that biology is the study of life, therefore he will not have any dead animals in the class.
God dang.
Yeah, and
Wait.
he had a lot of animals too. Like, we would take care of the terrariums and like the tarantulas and the snake, and it was really cool.
Hang on, is this elementary school or higher?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Oh man. Yeah, no, it was only ever offered in elementary school, and then once you got to like middle and high school, like no. Absolutely not.
Not the pig.
And my elementary school was actually we only had one science teacher. She was great. And she had live animals, mostly snakes. And we got to play with Bob. Bob was great.
Bob!
Yeah, so like if you swung by the science lab during lunch break, you got to play with Bob. I remember one time I swung by and she was like, "Oh, it's time to feed Bob," and I had never seen it before, a snake eat. I didn't even know how they did it. And so she had this little like white mouse, and I was like, "Huh." And then Bob just unhinges his mouth and throws himself at the mouse, and I was horrified.
Oh my god.
But yeah, she had like in the science room cabinets, she had like fetuses in jars and like taxidermied fish and stuff. It was cool.
Taxidermied fish.
Yeah, she had like a piranha. You had hissing cockroaches? That sounds simultaneously absolutely disgusting and cool at the same time. Because cockroaches aren't inherently gross. They serve a function and a purpose, and they're very important, but also, like, they're just synonymous with filth, you know?
Filthy little guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes they don't hiss, though. Like, you'll get one and you'll touch it and it'll just be like, "Oh, I'm getting touched." And you're like, "No, you're supposed to make the noise," and it just won't do it.
He's just not doing it.
Yeah. We had a second snake, and her name was Snowflake. And she was an albino ball snake, I think. Ball python. But no one was allowed to touch her, and we were never really given a real explanation other than she's not friendly. But we think what actually happened is there was an incident with a child in the past. And because there was an incident, the school basically said, you can keep the snake, but the snake is not allowed to interact with children anymore.
Damn.
Yeah. She was huge.
Huge. I remember my professor's boa would constantly escape from its thing. But it was really friendly. So you'd just see it on someone's chair and kind of goofy. I don't know. We never really had issues with it though.
Yeah. I remember my science teacher, she eventually got a parakeet. And it was one of those little green ones. And she got it around the time of St. Patrick's Day, so she named it Patrick. Aww. And I remember I was like, I don't know, birds don't really like me, right? And I went over to the bird, and everyone, the bird had been passed around by three other students already, and it was doing just fine. I was like, my turn, and I went to the bird, and the bird god dang bit me and drew blood. I was so mad. It's like,
What the heck?
why? Why me? Birds don't like me.
Birds are mean.
Yeah.
I got traumatized because when I was younger, my family in Mexico wanted to take a picture of me with the bird. And they're like, oh, how cute would it be to have, you know, the parakeet on Babi's head? And I was like, no! No, I don't want it, no! But obviously they're not gonna listen to a kid, so I was standing there terrified and the bird was clawing into my skull and I was bleeding.
Oh god.
They got their picture.
Birds are vicious.
I was screaming. I was like, ah! Yeah, it was terrifying. And now
that being...
I can never look at a bird ever again.
Yeah, don't look at Pepper. Stop looking at him.
Pepper's different though. Pepper was on my Twitter banners, so
Pepper.
special place in my heart.
That bird. It's actually kind of cute because so the chicks are, like I said before, the chicks are starting to get their adult. They're going through puberty, so their voices are changing from little baby peeps to actual chicken sounds. And Pepper's kind of started to change. Like, she doesn't hate them anymore because they don't sound like babies anymore. They sound like adult chickens now. And my thought was just like, Pepper is one of those people who hate kids because they screech and stuff. But once they don't have the little kid voice anymore and you can actually talk to them, she likes them. He likes them? I don't know. I still don't know what to call Pepper.
I know people like that too. Where they're like, I hate teenagers. And it's like, bro, you were hanging out with this kid earlier. And you hate him? And then like once they hit adulthood, they're like, yeah, we're besties again.
Yeah, that never happened with me and my brother though. That's because I was always screechy.
You're just a screechy little guy. You couldn't help it.
Yeah. I make the screeches. That's what I do. Oh man, you're cooking. You're cooking. You're so... Look at you. Look at you. Look at you go. No, wait, no. Keep that 4. Okay. We got 4, we got 5. These are some new numbers. These are some new numbers.
I'm restarting it. I just keep getting the same thing.
Wait. No. Oh, no. You were trying to get 2 out, 2. Oh. Oh, wait, no, you were way off. Never mind. I thought the number you needed was 9, not 8.
No, they want 8.
They want 8. Never mind then.
I mean, 8 times 8 is 16, right? Wait, I'm
yeah,
stupid.
So you just gotta...
8 plus 8.
I knew what you meant.
Yeah.
The plus and the time symbol are the same thing, just one's drunk.
One's a little silly.
Yeah, no, Chocoboko. That was not a big brain moment on my part. Whoops.
Huh? 5, 6, 7? Wait. Aww.
Ah.
Oh?
At the end of these, I always like to tell you, how fast did you solve it? Did you know that this puzzle can be solved in no fewer than this many numbers? And it's like some stupid thing like 3, and you're like, what?
What?
What do you mean 3?
How could they?
3 moves. God dang.
It's not the number I needed, but the number I deserved.
Yeah. While you're solving this, I'm gonna tell a murder mystery story. Which is what this game is a murder mystery story. Alright, so back in the day, I had an elementary school bully. And one time, we got to school and everyone was in a tizzy. And it was because word had gotten out that the turtles from the science lab had been murdered. Yeah, we had 2 turtles, and one was named, like, Speedy, and the other one, I cannot remember the name. And... Oh, God, look at that. You're so close.
I was really freaking close.
So goddamn close. And both of them were found dead. We didn't know any of the details, but when you're in elementary school, your brain doesn't really care about the details, and it just kind of fills in the blanks. You think anything is possible. So, that's like the talk. Who could have done it? Who did it?
Who done did it?
Who done did it? And then suddenly people started coming up to me and being like, "Why did you kill the turtles?" And I was like, what do you mean, why did I kill the turtles? I'm trying to figure this out just like you did. And then more and more people just started coming to me. Why'd you kill the turtles? Why'd you kill the turtles? And finally I was like, why do people keep telling me I killed the turtles? I didn't have anything to do with it. It turned out my bully had been going around telling everyone that I was the one who had murdered them.
What a dickhead.
Yeah, so I started going, he's lying. I did not kill them. And more people just kept being like, why'd you do it? So I got the teacher involved. And the teacher was like, look, she didn't do it, and she reprimanded my bully, thank God. So, like, that happened. But I was just looking at him like, why did you go around telling people that I killed them? That's such a rude thing to do. Then there was a big break in the case. Two kids from another class said that they happened to be walking by the science lab after school and saw two kids from the middle school feeding the turtles oak leaves, which are poisonous to turtles. Now, I don't know how much credibility you can give to that, because there's quite a few things you gotta consider. One, how exactly did these kids, these middle schoolers, get into the science lab after hours? And two, why were these elementary school kids also at the science lab after hours? So, as a kid, I was like, oh my god, we finally have a breakthrough in the case. And we kind of just stopped talking about it after that. But as an adult, I'm like, oh, they were lying. And yeah, that's my murder mystery story.
It was all a lie.
Yeah.
How do I get 3?
I don't know. Here, let me see.
I've been cooking this whole time, boys. I need help.
Ooh. The shortest possible solution is 15 moves. Okay, so this is not an easy one.
This is not easy. I don't know what any of this means. Let's try Chocos.
Yeah.
Alright, 16 to 9. 9 to 7. 7 to 16. 9 to 7. 16 to 9. 9 to 7. I lost it.
7 is 6.
7 is 16. 9 to 7. 16 to 9. 9. Wait, fuck. 9 to 7. 7 to 16. 9 to 7. 16 to 9. 9 to 7. And 7 to 16. What the heck? What the heck, bro?
Yeesh. Thank you, Chocoboco, because I don't think that's a trial and error one, let me tell you.
Yeah, usually like when this puzzle pops up, like we always like go off tangent about a situation, and I just brainlessly do this, but like this time,
Yeah.
we went through a whole story and everything, and I couldn't do it. So I was like, thank you for the cheers. That was pretty cool. And we got a murder mystery. It all makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, ooh, for you, my friend. You got a bouquet
Oh,
of
man.
flowers. I guess that's it for today, huh? We already hit our 10 o'clock mark.
Oh god dang, would you look at that, yeah.
but it was really fun.
Yeah.
We
Good
didn't get
times,
to go
good
to the
times.
we didn't get to go to the sewer, but I feel like we're getting closer.
Yeah. And if we get to the sewer, that means the carnival's like right around the corner.
I want to go to the carnival so bad. I want to go ride the Ferris wheel.
It's
my
like one
back.
of the only 3 places in the map we haven't been to yet.
Alright, let me move us onto the scene. I feel like it'd be really fun to bully this kid.
Yeah. Yeah. Poindexter.
Oh god. We'll make you, like, bigger than him?
I'ma step on him.
Oh god. He looks like the kid that would like that, unfortunately.
Oh no.
I don't know
I'm
how
gonna break
much of
his
a-
glasses.
I can't see without my glasses. How do I...
God dang.
The horizontal? There we go. We're gonna bully this kid. You know what? I'm gonna hang out with Crouton.
Yeah, hang out with Crouton. He's a cool guy. Look at him. Always cleaning the singular glass.
Whoop. Whoop. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Crouton. There you go. My tail's behind him. So I'm over here cleaning up the bottles, and then you're here picking on this guy.
I'm trying to get him out of the restaurant. Boy, you have been here too long. All you have been doing is ordering coffee. Get out of here.
Wait, but I swear she'll come back. She said she'll meet me for a date here. I swear she'll make it. I swear.
That was 3 months ago. Let her go.
Just let her go, bro.
Let her go.
Cool. So smack him, Zwaa. Give him a big ol' whack.
Chapow. I'm gonna take that stupid hairstyle off your head.
Heck yeah. Well, what do you guys want
This
to read?
hairstyle. Oh man, let's see. I want to raid Constantinople.
Cause it's the ball, the Constantinople. It's the ball. Not Constantinople. Well, it's not existing anymore, so I think you succeeded.
I would like to raid Pangea.
That's like a whole world. I'll help you conquer the
Man,
world.
I watched Avatar 2 the other day.
Ooh, how was it?
It wasn't as good as the first.
Damn.
It was kind of tropey. You know, he spent 10 years working on it, and it wasn't enough time.
Just need a little bit more time.
Something. It was, I don't know, it was just a very cliche, like, tongue-in-cheek, but not, like, in the fun way, like, no, not tongue-in-cheek, on the nose. It's just very blunt. And I guess there's nothing wrong with that, except in this situation, it just is kind of unappealing.
Damn. I guess you can run out of ideas. Poor guy.
Maybe. Like, did you hear there was a rumor going around that he said for the 3rd movie he was gonna make a tribe of fire cats and they were gonna be evil, and then everyone was just screaming, "It's Avatar: The Last Airbender!"
Bro, yeah, they're just gonna cash in on that Avatar. Because we got the water and the skies. Now we just need fire. That's crazy.
Oh. But the main theme of the movie was family ties, and the problem with that is that it did not want you to forget that it was about family. So you'd go like 2 seconds, and it would just be like even more repetitive than a Fast and Furious movie. It was just family. Oh hey, did you forget that this is a movie about family? Oh, by the way, this movie is about family.
That's terrible. So now we have 2 family movies to look forward to. Fast and Furious X and Avatar 2.
Yep.
Family.
Family. You know what's faster than a jet?
Family.
family.
It's all good. I found someone to raid finally.
Wonderful.
Aneoko is playing Yakuza, so we can see some wacky
good.
stuff. Yeah, La Familia! Familia. Family, family, family.
I'm gonna untandem your mouse.
No! He lost his wife and kids.
God dang.
God damn.
They took the Demi kids and the Demi divorce.
Those demi kids, Tendemos. That's hilarious. I love that evolution. It's freaking hilarious.
It's so crazy. I got the one that's a family of 4.
Family of 4?
Yeah, there's 2 different
Lucky, what
versions.
the
There's the
heck?
family of 3 and the family of 4.
Let's go. Oh my god, thank you, Alu. Yeah, you guys can copy whatever Alu put there. Spore raid. And we could go say hi to Anne. Everybody say bye to Zwaa, everybody! Thanks Zwaa for being here.
Goodbye! You'll never see me again.
Oh no! She's feeling sick, she's gonna get kidnapped.
Yeah, I'm gonna get kidnapped. Goodbye!
Alright, let's go raid these people. Bye everybody!
Yeah.
Bye bye!